So one of our test sites in Brecon is the Duchess Cafe, and in the cafe we've installed a number of sensors which monitor footfall, air quality and also the refrigeration units. So what we have here on the graph is the data that's been received through the LoRaWAN network from the sensors and displayed in an easy to use format in an app on the phone. So this is easy for the owner to use. So on the air quality screen, we have room temperature and humidity, which are obviously important for customer comfort. Importantly, we have the level of CO2 here, which is nice and low, which is great, and also the measure of any pollutants in the atmosphere. On the refrigeration screen, we monitor all 6 fridges and freezers. So the freezers are in blue and the fridges at the bottom are in green. And for each one we have an individual temperature for each unit. We can also tell whether the fridge door is open, which is in the galley area of the kitchen, which is also important, particularly if it's left open at night and there is a risk of losing food through the temperature getting too high. On each of these, the system keeps a track of temperature over time, so we can bring up a graph. I'll bring up the back chest freezer here, and it shows the temperature recorded over time. This is for the last day or so, and this freezer is keeping a really good temperature between -20 and about -22. So that's perfect for this type of freezer, and this shows no problems with this particular freezer unit, which is great. However, if the temperature did start to creep up, perhaps someone had left the door or top open, then the system would automatically raise an alert to the owner to let him know that his food is at risk within that freezer, and then it is then in position to take some action to prevent loss of food. Finally then, on the footfall screen, we see a history of footfall over the last week or so. And interestingly, we can see that the levels of people going into the cafe during the week is less than the massive increase we see at the weekend. So from this information, the owner can start to draw some insights in terms of his customer activity. And from this data, he may decide to perhaps reduce the staffing levels during the week and have more at the weekend. Or he may see an opportunity here to try and increase the footfall levels during the week to increase profitability through encouraging more people through the door. So this application and all the data from the LoRaWAN sensors allows the business owner to keep a fairly close eye on what's going on inside the business, even when he's not there. And most importantly, to raise alerts when things need his attention. So while this is one example of sensors being used in a cafe, obviously these sensors can be used in other types of businesses.